Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Livingston Academy Sports Network on YouTube, where tonight the Overton County Junior Wildcats play host to the Salana Bulldogs. I'm Josh Scott here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. A beautiful night for football on the campus of Livingston Academy. Tonight we have Overton County's opener, the season opener against Salana. Last year, these two teams squared off over in Salana, and it was the Overton County Junior Wildcats taking a 44-0 decisive win, gaining 233 yards, mostly on the ground, 6 touchdowns, and 0 punts, as they walked away with a win in a series that's been kind of back and forth through history. Tonight, the Overton County Junior Wildcats again open the season. This may be the only, without really checking that schedule there, the only out-of-conference opponent on the schedule. The Junior Wildcats open up at home here, where they were undefeated in 2024. We're going to take a break. We're going to flash some graphics on the screen, and we'll be back with the kickoff here between Salana and the Overton County Junior. Welcome back to Tom Davis Memorial Stadium on the campus of Livingston Academy. Josh Scott on the Livingston Academy Sports Network, the YouTube page at Livingston Academy Live, where tonight Overton County Junior Wildcats open their season against the Salana Bulldogs. See the roster on the screen there. Coach Clint Melton, his second year, assisted by Lance Holland, Danny Massengale, Josh Cravens, Chris Gore, Andy Gray, Matten Hauser, and Sean Brogans. About time for the national anthem here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. Again, a beautiful night for football on the campus of Livingston Academy. We talked about a little bit about the schedule that Overton County Junior Wildcats are participating in this year. Of course, last year, more of an independent schedule. This year, they're jumping back into the Middle Tennessee Youth Football Conference, and where there are more common opponents there at the high school level, and kind of the region that the high school team, these guys get into, some of the common opponents at the middle school level they'll see at the high school level. Again, last year, 2024, Overton County traveled down to Clay County, defeated the Bulldogs down there in a rout, 44-0. Overton County came away with the win. amassing over 233 total yards and 6 touchdowns. Never punted on the night did these junior Wildcats. Coach Melton and I talked pre-game leading up to this opener, and he talked about how they were still trying to replace some new faces, but they were tickled to death with the athleticism that this team has, the speed that this team has, and the ability to just move the football consistently. They've got some faces that return: Hudson Hauser at quarterback, Tucker Hargis, Lucas Mansell, a host of skill players. It's kind of the moving the pieces around on the offensive and defensive line. And of course, if you're around Livingston Academy football and Hawkeye Nation, you know that Clint Melton, a very good lineman in his own right back in his day, is going to have these guys ready to play. We'll take a break. It's national anthem time at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. You're watching the Overton County Junior Wildcats versus and welcome back to Tom Davis Memorial Stadium, a beautiful tribute to the late Mark Hauser, as Coach Hauser, a longtime standing member of the community, of course a longtime coach here within the Overton County Junior Wildcats, Overton County Outlaws, and of course the Livingston Academy Wildcats lost him to illness last week, and we can't. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Hauser family and what they meant to me and how they've impacted my life and, of course, the lives of many around Livingston Academy and Overton County. Reset here for a second. Captains for tonight's game for Overton County: number 23, Lucas Mansell; number 37, Tucker Hargis; and number 12, Hudson Hauser. Again, a beautiful night at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium, where Overton County's Junior Wildcats get their 2025 season started against the Salana Bulldogs. Again, a 44-0 rout victory last year as the Junior Wildcats traveled over to Salana, where they scored 6 touchdowns and never punted the football. Pretty good night for the Overton County Junior Wildcats. Coach Clinton Melton, in his second year, of course, last year, going undefeated, winning the Freedom Bowl at the end of the season, something that hadn't been done. Of course, hadn't really been a Freedom Bowl in quite some time. Returning coaches to the staff: Coach Lance Holland, Coach Danny Massengale, and then some new faces amongst the Overton County Junior Wildcats staff: Josh Cravens, Chris Gore, Andy Gray, Matten Hauser, and Sean Brogans. The athletic director for the Overton County Athletics, Leslie Riddle. Of course, all the middle schools feed into the Overton County Junior Wildcats program. Athletic trainer, kind of overlooked a lot, but not when you need him, and that's Mr. Chad Crane. Chad does a great job as the athletic trainer at Livingston Academy and for really any sport that he's called to do. See it on screen there. The tunnel's been made. Cheerleaders are ready to go. Tell a friend, we're back, they say, as the Overton County Junior Wildcats get ready to go and open the 2025 season here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. Go. So it was Overton County, I believe, winning the toss. They elected to defer, so they'll get the ball to start the second half here on a beautiful night for football at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. Not really sure if you can tell it on the screen there, but this field and surface at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium is as good of a natural grass surface as you'll find here in the UC. Hope you enjoy our broadcast tonight. Of course, I'm Josh Scott on the Livingston Academy Sports Network on YouTube at Livingston Academy Live. Be a friend, tell a friend, as we'll have Livingston Academy football, Overton County Junior Wildcats football here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium all year long. To kick, Gage Kaufman, and we're underway in the 2025 season for the Overton County Junior Wildcats. Ball fumbled back there by number 32 for Salana. That was Matthew Duke, and he's wrapped up by a host of Junior Wildcats there. So Salana will open up with the football. Looks like ball carrier Duke got out to about the 23-yard line. Would be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Again, last year really couldn't get anything going against this Junior Wildcats defense. It seemed like everybody had their struggles. Interested to see how the Junior Wildcats look defensively, having replaced some key players off last year's squad. Handoff goes near side. Big hole right there. I believe that's Duke again on the carry. Gain of about 10. He's wrapped up by Mansell there, but that second level, getting to that second level could be an issue. Give him 9 on the carry, so it's second down and 1 for Salana. Good run right there by Duke, and good holes created there on the offensive line. Got to think that Overton County and Coach Melton going to really harp on winning in the trenches. I think that's a big key to this football game and the season upcoming for the Junior Wildcats. Gain right there by Zaxton York gets you enough for the first down out to the 44-yard line or so. We'll be 1st and 10 Salana. An impeccable night for football at Livingston Academy. We've had some really good weather here around the Upper Cumberland, especially here at Overton County, and it is as beautiful as can be here on a Monday night. Strange to be calling a Monday night game in the football world, but here we are. We'll be 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line for Salana. 2 back-to-back good runs. They have that jumbo backfield there, kind of that power back offset eye. Back gets it. That's number 12, Brogan Maxfield. Nice run on the dive there. Gets about 5. It'll be 2nd down. You can see kind of what Salana wants to do. I mean, the middle school football game in general, keep the ball on the ground, milk that clock, and if you can get positive yardage, all of a sudden you shorten that game down to forcing your opponent to have to play catch-up the whole night. But back-to-back good runs, really, to open this series in the season for Salana. Hope you enjoy this production of the Overton County Junior Wildcats game. These little scoreboard graphics we're trying to play with. Nice run again there by Duke. Going to get close to the first down marker. Far side official came in a little bit short. Interested to see how they mark this. The box says 3rd down, and that's what it'll be. 3rd down and inches for the Bulldogs here. Got to think this is 4 down territory, I guess, already on this opening drive. This is a Bulldogs team who didn't have any success moving the football last year over in Salana, having some success so far on their first drive of the season against the Junior Wildcats. Junior Wildcats defensive line needs to bow up here. See the backers dropping down, Lucas Mansell and Tucker Hargis. Inside give is to Maxfield, and he rumbles through, missed the blitzing linebackers altogether. They shot the gap. He found the A gap, and that gives a 1st down to the Salana Bulldogs on the Brogan Maxfield run. Now they're in Overton County territory. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Nice run there by Maxfield. This offensive line right now having their way with the Junior Wildcats up front. Junior Wildcats got some size out there. You look out there, you see Paxton Combs. You've got looking like Zane Gray there playing on the edge. Here's 45 for Salana. Nice play right there inside. I can't see that number right away. On the carry, Zaxton York, and I believe that was Mansell and Jace Conklin to combine on the stop. Best defensive stop of the night so far for Overton County. Gain of 2 for Salana makes it 2nd and 8. Overton County being really aggressive with these linebackers right now, almost daring the Bulldogs to go to the air. Second and 8, kind of that wing T formation for Salana. That's exactly what it is. Handoff goes inside to Maxfield. Another good tackle there by, looks like, number 8. That's going to be J.C. Stoltz. And number 67, Paxton Combs, combined on the tackle. And now it's 3rd and 5 right here for Salana. Interested to see they were in the wing tee right there. Haven't thrown a pass all night, even on their first drive here. So does Coach Marty Maxfield, and his staff decide to go to the air, or do they try to say, hey, it's 4 down territory, we're going to try and pick up these 5 yards in 2 plays? It's sometimes easy to see what you're going to do on the 4th down play based on a 3rd down play. 2:55 remaining here in the first quarter. Jumbo formation, fake goes inside, handing off the edge. That's going to go to Zaxton York, and that's going to be enough for a Salana 1st down and 10. Nice run by Zaxton York. Misdirection inside to Maxfield. York finds it off the tackle and picks up enough yardage to get the 1st down. Overton County really going to have to make this Bulldogs offense go to the air, because right now Salana's getting all they want. Jace Conklin, Lucas Mansell, J.C. Stoltz, and Tucker Hargis, that second level of defense for the Junior Wildcats, are the ones making the plays. You've got to have something inside, and if I'm Coach Melton, probably a little upset right now. No coach well enough to know that's going to get shored up with his defensive line and those trench guys. Sweep motion coming through here. It comes on the near side, and that's well played on the edge, but still going to give a gain of 4 or 5, maybe even 6 to Matthew Duke. Gain of 6. Play on the edge there, I believe that was Jalen Laycock that kind of collapsed that down for J.C. Stoltz to maybe make a play. That's exactly what it was. It was a combination of Laycock and Tucker Hargis, but a gain of 6 makes it 2nd and 4. So 2nd and 4 for Salana. Of course, have kind of stayed in that 2-back backfield, keeping everything up close and tight. That handoff's going to Maxfield. Maxfield rumbles across the 25 to the 24. Far side official marching to the 25, near side marching to the 24. They're going to kind of split the difference. Nope, they're going to bring it back to the 25, and that'll make it 3rd and 1 for Salana. Overton County got a really nice chance right here to get a stop here on 3rd down, force Coach Maxfield and his staff into decision time on a possible 4th down. Inside 1 minute now to go here in the first quarter. Overton County's never touched the football. And that's the name of the game right there in middle school football. If you can just run that clock, you can control the whole football game. 3rd and 1. Ball inside to Maxfield. He rumbles and stumbles down inside the 20-yard line. Give him the 20-yard line. Gain of 5. And that'll make it 1st down and 10. So 1st down right there. Looks like Salana's going to have to run one more play here as they end the first quarter. First quarter dominated by Salana. Under 20 seconds now, the clock rolls down. And Overton County's never touched the football. Stark contrast to a year ago where Overton County traveled down to Salana and came away with a 44-0 victory. This has been a first quarter where Overton County's never touched the football. And we'll end it right there. Flip the field and we'll be back. At the end of the first quarter, Salana and Overton County tied at 0. You're watching Overton County Junior Wildcats football on the Livingston Academy. Two, one. And welcome back to the production of the Overton County Junior Wildcats and Salana Bulldogs on the Livingston Academy Sports Network. I'm Josh Scott. On a beautiful night at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium on the campus of Livingston Academy, a first quarter dominated by the Salana Bulldogs. Never allowed Overton County to touch the football, and now have 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Handoff goes inside to Maxfield, and that's the best defensive play of the night for Overton County. No gain, maybe 6 inches on the play there for Salana, and it brings up 2nd and 10. Best interior play of the night for Overton County. I see Riggins Honeycutt in for the first time here tonight on this Junior Wildcats defense. A lot of new faces for this Junior Wildcats defense. Zane Gray, a 6th grader playing in at the defensive end spot, and a 7th grader, Briar Hutchison, playing big time for this Junior Wildcats team. Of course, talked about Riggins Honeycutt, and that's Jace Conklin here on the near side of edge. 2nd down and 10 for Salana. Oh, it's a quarterback keeper. Going to go near side. Tucker Hargis pursues. Hudson Hauser pursues. They meet at the quarterback with the help of that's number 30, Slade Parsons. Nice play right there by Hauser, Hargis, and Parsons. Gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6. Rush right there by Cameron King. First time we've called his name tonight. But it makes it 3rd and 6 for Salana. Thought the rollout there might be looking to pass. Instead, King keeps it himself, takes up the near sideline. And a good play right there by Hudson Hauser to kind of close that edge down and force him back inside. Maxfield and Duke in the backfield. Duke gets the handoff. Duke gets the second level. Met first by number 3, Jalen Laycock, but that's a problem as he's the safety. And that's a first down pickup for Duke. And makes it 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. So Overton County got Salana where they really wanted them in the 3rd and medium situation. But Duke just finds a hole. Offensive line for Salana dominating this first half so far. Creates a hole for Duke, and he gets the 3rd level where he's met by Laycock saving the touchdown. 1st and goal. I thought that was a false start there. Duke has it again off the far side edge, and he's met by a host of junior Wildcats, but not before he gets to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 2, and coming in there is Paxton Combs going to sub out the linebacker Jace Conklin. So Overton County going a little heavy right here in the package, trying to prevent the score here. 2nd and goal from about the 3, I'd guess. It's kind of a hard angle to see up here at the press box of Tom Davis Memorial Stadium, and that's what it'll be. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Again, we thank you for joining along here on YouTube at Livingston Academy Live, the Livingston Academy Sports Network on YouTube, streaming all year long at home for these Overton County Junior Wildcats and, of course, the Livingston Academy Wildcats. Man in motion, handoff goes inside to Maxfield, and that's a touchdown for Salana. Amazing drive right there for the Bulldogs to take a 6-0 lead here with 5:16 remaining in the first half. A first half where Overton County has never touched the football. Three-yard touchdown for Brogan Maxfield. Comes with 5:16 remaining in the first quarter. Again, now you're just kind of interested to see how this Wildcat offense looks. A lot of the times in these middle school, and of course sometimes the high school level, a lot of guys play both sides of the football, and this dominating performance by the offensive line of Salana could be glaring. That should be a penalty right there. 2 men in motion at the same time. He's going to get in. No, they're going to say he never didn't get in. So the try is no good. I'm going to say that Coach Melton is going to decline this penalty because the try is no good, and he will. So try is no good. We'll take a break. Your score with 5:16 remaining in the first half. Salana 6, Overton. So now it's finally Overton County's turn to take the football as back to receive J.C. Stoltz, number 8, and Hudson Hauser, number 12. Interested to see if there's any variation of an onside kick here as Matthew Duke is teeing it up. Do they try to squib it and get it back? Because Salana has dominated this football game so far. Again, if you're just tuning in, this will be the first time Overton County touches the football, and that comes with 5:16 remaining here in the first half. That kick's going to be short and retrieved by 13. That's Liam Ahmed. So Liam Ahmed, nice return, maybe a couple yards there for Liam. It'll be first down and 10 Overton County at the 40-yard line. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Gage to my left. Kiddo doing a really good job here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium, just supplying all these graphics, kind of updating them as they go. Of course, trying some new things as we enter into the 2025 football season here on the Livingston Academy Sports Network. Hope you're enjoying this production of the Overton County Junior Wildcats football season as they open their season at home against Salana. I formation, Mansell and Stoltz in the backfield. Hudson Hauser at quarterback. Toss goes far side to Stoltz. Stoltz was a backup back last year. He did really good in his time. Nice shifty moves by Stoltz. Gain of around 8 for JC. A lot of push there on the offensive line. Good movement. And that's going to make it 2nd and around 2 for this Overton County Junior Wildcats squad. See out there, I'm trying to get names in here as I go. That's Oakley Ledbetter. See him on the offensive line playing that left tackle position. Believe that's Briar Hutchinson at the guard. 71 will be Riggins Honeycutt at center. And of course, from where we're at, it's hard to see that other side. 57 and 55. So that's Zane Gray at the tackle and Ryder Story at the guard to complete that right side. Hudson Hauser at quarterback. Again, Mansell. In the backfield is the tailback, Tucker Hargis, fullback here. In the I formation, Hauser, snap, faked handoff to Mansell. That kind of looked a little discombobulated, and Hauser's going to lose a yard on the play. Out wide there is Owen Graff and Jalen Laycock. Loss of 1 there, maybe closer to 2 for Hauser. That play looked like it was messed up from the start. Looked like Hauser wanted to go to the near side with the handoff. Mansell went to the far side, and Hauser had no option but to keep it himself, try to get the yardage he could. It'll make it a 3rd and a long 3 here for Overton County. Again, this is kind of an important drive because Overton County didn't touch the football until this possession, coming with 5:16 remaining in the first half. Hauser I formation. Hauser has been known to throw the football well. Back to handoff. He gives it to Mansell, and Mansell just bobbles it, and that thing is going to be turned over and a gift given to the Salana Bulldogs. Disaster for this Overton County Junior Wildcats team as on the recovery, didn't see the number, but that's the Salana Bulldogs coming out with it. It'll be 1st down and 10 with a short field to work with at the 48-yard line. So not by any means the drive that Coach Melton, Coach Holland, and the offensive staff wanted to see here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. A drive that was the first drive of the night, first drive of the season. You know there's some bugs and jitters to work out. Instead, it's a turnover, and it'll give the ball right back to Salana, who controlled the whole first half or whole first quarter and some of the second quarter here. Gets the ball back. They almost put it on the ground, and that might be recovered. I believe ball carrier got right back on that. He did. That was number 45, Zaxton York. Almost get the ball right back to Overton County. A loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line. You know that defensive side of the football, defensive coaches there, Danny Massengale, Josh Cravens, Chris Gore, Andy Gray, on down on the field, all talking to that defensive unit, the guys that at least were subbed out there while the offense is on the field, about stiffening that neck up and getting some stops. Nice play there on 1st down, makes it 2nd and 12. Handoff inside to Maxfield. Maxfield's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage and be brought down just past it. It'll be 3rd. Oh, the ball's out. The ball is out. And Overton County came up with it. I believe that is Tucker Hargis that came out of the pile with the football. They say he's down first, is the ball carrier of Maxfield. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for Salana. A crucial down here early in this football game. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Salana has dominated this football game here in the 2 drives they've had the football, but this has been an area we have not seen Salana yet. 3rd and long. Will they try to throw the football here with Cameron King? Wing T formation. A lot of phantom motion in that. Toss reverse, comes back other way. No backers there. Everybody filled down with the motion, and it'll hit on the spot. He's close, and it looks like the far side official is saying that he's short. Looks like he's about a football length short there, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be 4th down. Nice play right there by Coach Maxwell and the offensive staff for Salana, having the motion to the near side, giving the reverse back up the top. Some of that, again, phantom motion that you get in those wing T offenses. Got up to the 2nd level, did Duke, but it's a gain of 9.5 and makes it 4th 1. A lot of middle school football teams like to give the false count here and get you to jump off sides. Overton County got to be ready for that. Power I formation. That's exactly what happened, but I don't know that the offensive player didn't move first. Looked like 75 moved. That's Connor Combs. Looked like the right tackle moved for Salana. If he did, that's a huge penalty, and that's exactly what it is. Dead ball, offensive penalty, false start against Salana is going to back him up 5 yards. So now if you're Coach Maxfield, you feel like you may just keep it on the ground right here. Overton County hasn't shown the ability to throw the football yet. Of course, only one drive here on the season opener, but now 4th and about 6 for Salana. Clock's going to roll inside 1 minute and 30 seconds. Have to think that Clay County, or Salana rather, don't want to call them Clay County, even though they are in Clay County. I don't think Salana may think about calling a timeout here to talk about it. They still have 3 left in the half. They're going to roll this thing down. King's going to keep it. He's going to come near side. He's got a hole. Going to tuck it inside is Cameron King, and he's going to be really close to that marker right there. Right at it is Cameron King. I see the box moving. They blow the play dead, and they're going to look at it. No, they're not. It's 1st down and 10. Cameron King. Nice run. Misdirection, near side run. Sweep for Cameron King on the bootleg there. Tackle made by Hargis and Hauser, but it's not before Salana gets a much-needed 1st down and 10 on 4th and 9, and finally a timeout's going to come for Salana. Timeout on the field, we'll take it with them. You're watching Overton County Junior Wildcats football on the Livingston Academy Sports Network. Back in action, 56.3 seconds to go here in the first half. Salana leading the Overton County Junior Wildcats 6-0 with the football. Telltale sign so far in the first half, glaring sign, is the trench battle. Line of scrimmage being dominated by Salana right now. Fumble on the play. King put that ball on the deck, and lucky to get it back was Salana. I believe that was number 80, Ryder Miller, on the recovery. And I think Coach Maxfield, he's going to call a timeout. I wondered if he was going to call a timeout there. Coach Marty Maxfield calls the timeout with 44.2 seconds. So we'll take it with him. You're watching Overton County Junior Wildcats football on the Livingston. Welcome back to Tom Davis Memorial Stadium on the campus of Livingston Academy. I'm Josh Scott. Gage to my left here, throwing up the graphics and controlling the scoreboard that you see on the screen here on the Livingston Academy Sports Network, where the Salana Bulldogs have just dominated this first half here against the Overton County Junior Wildcats. A game last year, Junior Wildcats won 44-0. Cameron King, the top side, he's looking to throw, being pursued by Tucker Hargis. He better throw it. He's not going to get rid of it, and that's going to be a sack right there by Tucker Hargis. Slade Parsons also in on it there, and timeout on the field. That's going to be a timeout for Coach Clint Melton. We'll keep it here As nice play right there by Slade Parsons and Tucker Hargis combining on the sack on the Cameron King rollout. Going to make it 3rd and 11 with 33.5 seconds to go. If you're just joining us, Clay County Salana, opened with the football. They marched it all the way through the first quarter, down to the 20-yard line. Overton County never touched the football in the first quarter. 5:16 remaining in the second quarter. It was Brogan Maxfield who got Salana on the board with a 3-yard touchdown to give Salana a 6-0 lead, and that's where we stand. Overton County had the football, had some miscommunication, was fumbled away by Lucas Mansell, and Clay County took the football over at the 48-yard line, and that's where we stand as they've gained now 11 total yards, in this drive. 33.5 seconds left, 3rd and 10. Nice strategy there by Coach Melton. You either make Salana throw it or you get to burn the timeout. They're going to throw it as King. You better not throw up a duck. Here, he does throw it to Maxwell. It's an incomplete pass, so the clock's going to stop with 28.3 seconds, and it's 4th and 11. Not really sure, and I see the staff for Salana really upset that King even forced that in there. You almost want him to eat it and keep the clock running, make Overton County use the timeout. Now they have 2, and Salana's going to have to make a decision here. Do you punt the football, or do you go for this on 4th down? A lot of times in middle school football, punting situations can be a little tricky. Timeout by Salana, they're going to talk about it. We'll take it with them. With 28.3 seconds left in the first half, Salana leads Overton County 6-0. Unmute me. Big play right here. 4th down and 10. 28.3 seconds to go here in the first half. Again, a first half totally dominated by Salana here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. Of course, last year, Overton County goes to Salana, defeats the Bulldogs 44-0 down at Salana. 233 yards and 6 touchdowns for this junior Wildcats team. There's been none of that tonight. It's been a game controlled in the trenches by the Bulldogs. 6-0, 28.3 seconds to go. Motion going to be coming around. It's going to be a pass right here. Inside look. Their pass is going to be complete, and they're going to mark him short, I believe. Completed King to Mason Johnson. If he's short, that's going to give the ball back to the Overton County Junior Wildcats. I believe they're going to measure this. No, they're not. They say 1st down, Overton County Junior Wildcats. That was a good pass from King to Johnson, but he's falling back towards the football, and that's probably what didn't allow him to get the 1st down. Coverage there by Jalen Laycock, but that's almost a disaster completely for this junior Wildcats defense. Have given up a couple big plays here tonight on 3rd and 4th down. There was one there, but they get the benefit of the sticks. And now on their second drive of the night, comes with 21.4 seconds here in the first half. Got to see what the offensive staff decides to do here. 2 wide receivers to the far side, tight end to the bottom. Hauser at quarterback. They like this tight end hot route to this near side in previous years. Hauser back to pass. Hauser looking, rolling, far side. Got to get rid of it, and he does. Ball's going to skip to Owen Graff. Falls incomplete, and now 2nd and 10 with 15 seconds. Hauser just unable to get anything onto that to find Graff. He was open. Kind of threw it behind him and not enough on it, and makes it 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's been a first half dominated by Clay County Salana Bulldogs, making the trip up to Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. They have really controlled the trenches on both sides of the football. Hauser jet motion goes Hargis, toss sweep to Mansell. Mansell kind of bobbled that one too, as I not had a clean hand on the football tonight. No gain on the play for Overton County, and they're going to take a timeout here with 6.6 seconds to go here in the first. Overlay it and then come back to me. As Coach Lance Holland going to talk with Hauser and Mansell. Interesting that Lucas Mansell just has not been able to kind of control the football here tonight. Has really struggled kind of keeping his grasp on the ball. And he's going to be brought over and be talked to here as some subs coming in. 6.6 seconds to go in the first half. Salana leads Overton County 6-0. If you're Overton County here, you know you get the ball back to start the second half. You just don't want to end up with a turnover here, a big play that allows this Salana defense to get a return set up or a short field and one more play at the end zone. Again, thank you for joining us. As I'm Josh Scott, Gage to my left on the Livingston Academy Sports Network on YouTube at Livingston Academy Live. We hope you're enjoying the production, kind of the new graphics on the screen, have the schedule and the roster. As Hauser back to pass. Hauser got pressure off the end. Mason Johnson's coming. Nice play out to number 8. That is J.C. Stoltz. He fumbles the football away. That's going to be recovered by Jonathan Nagy, and that's where the first half's going to end. A first half completely dominated by the Salana Bulldogs. It'll be Overton County's football to start the second half, but your score at halftime: Salana 6, Overton County 0. You're watching Overton County Junior Wildcats football on the Livingston Academy Sports Welcome back to Tom Davis Memorial Stadium on the campus of Livingston Academy, where tonight the Overton County Junior Wildcats are hosting the Salana Bulldogs. It was a 2024 matchup that Overton County just dominated down in Salana, gaining over 200 yards and scoring 6 touchdowns. Never punted, did the Overton County Junior Wildcats in 2024. 2025, a whole different story. It's been an offensive exhibition on the ground from the Salana Bulldogs, and that line of scrimmage, those guys in the trenches for this Bulldogs team have really just owned the whole first half, controlled the football for easily over a quarter and a half of play. Overton County only had the football for 2 possessions, probably not even a total possession time of 2.5 minutes. Only gained around 9 yards in the first half of this Overton County Junior Wildcats offense. A stark comparison to that 2024 game down in Salana. If you're just joining in, Overton County never touched the football in the first quarter. Salana kept it on the ground, never went to the air, capped off the drive, an 80-plus yard drive with a 3-yard touchdown from Brogan Maxfield with 5:16 in the second quarter. On the ensuing drive, Lucas Mansell had room off the far side, lost the football, and turned it right back over to the Salana Bulldogs, where they set up shop 1st and 10 from the 48. And from there, it just turned into a rock fight between these two teams. Overton County had its fair share of good plays on the defensive side, but it was Salana who kept just punching and punching and punching, where they got it to 4th and 11 did Overton County. Salana goes to the air for the first time tonight, and Cameron King found Mason Johnson for a gain of 10. He was a yard short on the play, and that gave the ball back to Overton County with about 28 seconds left in the first half. Were unable to do anything with that football, as on 3rd down, Hudson Hauser found J.C. Stoltz in the flat, but fumbled away the football, recovered by Jonathan Nagy, and that was where the first half ended here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. Salana leading Overton County 6-0. I'm Josh Scott, engaged to my left, running the graphics that you see on the screen. Like us, share us, follow us, whatever you need to do as you're watching Overton County Junior Wildcats football on the Livingston Academy Sports Network. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in about 2.5 minutes or so to bring you the second half here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium, where Salana leads Overton County 6. up, man. And welcome back to Tom Davis Memorial Stadium on the campus of Livingston Academy. Boy, a beautiful August night here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. It's always a pretty night when you see the lights on here at the stadium, that crisp breeze. You don't get that a lot in August, and you do get it tonight here as the Overton County Junior Wildcats kick off their season against the Salana Bulldogs. So it'll be Overton County receiving the football here, as Matthew Duke will kick it off for Salana. And again, I talked about it there on the first drive of the night. I wondered if Coach Maxfield and his staff maybe had an onside kick. It'd be big to get that here. As ball is kicked off, it's going to be kicked right to Slade Parsons. Actually, that's number 10, Colden Watzel. Colden, the younger brother of Caden, as a natural athlete, gets a gain out to the 46-yard line. Nice return for Colden. Now to give Overton County the football, 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Again, that Watzel name, if you're not familiar, come watch on Friday nights. You'll see 12 making plays all over the field for Livingston Academy. That's Lucas Mansell jogging off a little bit. Had an ankle there, did Mansell, on that kick return. So J.C. Stoltz and Tucker Hargis in the backfield. Laycock and Graff split near side here in the I formation. Hauser at quarterback. As Overton County tries to get something going, that's Stoltz on the far side. He has nothing there as he's swallowed up. I believe that's Maxfield, it is, on the play. No gain there on first down. It's going to make it 2nd and 10, Overton County. And that's something to watch with Lucas Mansell on the sideline kind of hobbling there. It's Overton County, starting running back. Can't afford him to go down to injury here, where the Salana leads Overton County 6-0. Just underway here in the third quarter, 7:20 remaining here in the third. 2nd and 10 for Hauser in the I formation. As handoff goes to Stoltz, far side, nice play right there by J.C. Stoltz. Found the seam, made the jump cut. Nice blocking there up front by Briar Hutchison, and I believe that was Graff on the far side. Got him a hole and room to run for J.C. Stoltz. He's going to pick up about 8 yards there and make it 3rd down and around 3 for Overton County. Big play here for this Overton County Junior Wildcats offense. Handoff, Stoltz again, same play, same side, and that is met first by Mason Johnson, combining with, looks like Micah Sherry inside, and that's 4th down now for the Overton County Junior Wildcats. 4th and about 4 now for this Junior Wildcats offense. Mansell doesn't even have a helmet on as he's trying to figure out what's going on with that ankle here on the near side. He's not going to be in here, as it'll be the I formation, Hargis and Stoltz. 4th and 4, 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Salana leading Overton County 6-0. Hauser, handoff, inside goes Stoltz. Stoltz got a lane. Stoltz going to get an Overton County 1st down to the 40-yard line. Well blocked inside by this offensive line for Overton County. Big subs coming in, and that's going to be a 1st and 10, Overton County down at the 40-yard line. Easily the best blocked run of the night for this Overton County Junior Wildcats offense. Gives them 1st and 10 now at the 40, and maybe a little momentum for this Junior Wildcats offense. Much needed a first half that was dominated in the trenches by Salana. It's nice at least to get some forward momentum if you're Overton County. Looks like Gage Kaufman here split out wide. That might be Jed Hauser. It is Jed Hauser. Hudson, of course, the older brother of the quarterback, inside give to Stoltz, and that's a loss of 2. Nice play right there. Believe that's 55. It is for Salana. Jonathan Nagy on the play there. Loss of 1 for Overton County. Makes it 2nd and 11. Again, I'm Josh Scott. Gage to my left on the Livingston Academy Sports Network on YouTube at Livingston Academy Live. Follow us, like us, get notifications, turn them all the way on. Do all those things, and please, please, please subscribe and share our streams. Of course, we're going to have some sponsorship opportunities coming up, we believe, here in the 2025 season, trying to make Overton County Junior Wildcats football and, of course, Livingston Academy football easily accessible at all times for you guys at home. I formation, 2 receivers at the top. Toss goes near side to Stoltz. Stoltz gets the edge, gets across the 40, gets almost down to the 35. He'll be wrestled out at the 37-yard line. 37-yard line is where it's going to be marked. And now third rather, and 9 yards here for the Junior Wildcats offense. Stoltz thought he had the edge there, and that's a nice play there by, I believe that was Zaxton York on the tackle, and Scotty Strong closing that thing down before Stoltz could get to the edge. Mansell back in at running back. Jet Hauser and looks like Gage Kaufman. Can't really tell that far side number. No, it's Colton Watzel and Jet Hauser at the wide receivers. Tucker Hargis in the slot to the near side. Pass, drop back to pass. It's Hauser. Hauser looking, pulls it down, going to think about it, going to run. Take off is Hudson Hauser. Hudson's across the 30. Slides down to Hudson, and that's going to be a first down and 10, Overton County. Across the 30-yard line goes Hauser down to the 28. Does a really good job. I bet his daddy's taught him that. How to slide and get down and avoid the contact. Be first down and 10, Overton County at the 28-yard line. Easily the best drive of the night for this Overton County Junior Wildcats offense. We're to be first and 10 now. Mansell still in the game at the running back position. Laycock and Graff split out to the bottom side here. Toss is going to go top side for Mansell. No room there to run for Mansell. No gain on the play. Met first, I believe that was number 60, Kobe Howard, there on the stop. Check that, 68, Jace Keene on the stop there. Gain of 1 is what they're going to give him for Mansell. Good to see the young man back in there after kind of getting rolled up on that kickoff return to open the second half here. Overton County's possessed this football the whole time. Now 2.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Overton County's kind of done what Salana did to them. Don't allow offense to touch the ball in the opening frame of the half. Hauser under center. Hand off to Mansell, and that's not blocked well at all. Mansell gets away just for a moment before he's tracked down again by Jace Keene. Offensive line just getting molly-whipped a little bit there on the inside. Mansell had nowhere to run. Inside 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be third and long for this Overton County Junior Wildcats offense. Go ahead. Third and long now for Hauser. Single back set. Stoltz split down to the slot. Hauser's going to have to get rid of it. Does roll back to the far side. Has a little room. Thinks about throwing it. He does. He's going to throw up a lob to 10. Far side official. I thought right there Colton Watzel made a tremendous on that far sideline. Far side official says he's out of bounds. That was a nice attempt by Colton. Good decision by Hauser to throw it up. I thought, just from my view, of course, all the way across the field, that Watzel came down with that. But now it's going to result in fourth and long. Nice play right there. And there's a flag on the field. It's going to be a sideline warning against Overton County. I think the Overton County coaching staff a little upset there. Thought that ball was brought down inside the lines there in the field of play. They call it out of bounds. Now it's 4th and 11 for this Junior Wildcat offense. Mark that play as a big one. And now Hauser Jet Hauser at the slot. Colton Watzel split out wide. Hudson Hauser, J.C. Stoltz in motion. Hauser going to keep near side. That's not blocked well at all, and that's going to be a big loss for the Overton County Junior Wildcats. Tackle for loss by Mason Johnson and Matthew Duke. Makes it a turnover on downs, and the Salana Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. That's a huge play in this football game. Okay, go ahead. As now Salana will take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. If you're Salana and Coach Maxfield, you're going to keep this thing on the ground and try and grind up this clock. If you can get a score here on this drive, it almost puts this game out of reach, and we're just in the third quarter. 1:06 to go in the third quarter. King, handoff to Duke. Duke finds room off the left side. Big blocking there up front by Nagy out ahead of the pack. Gain of 5 there for Duke. He'll make it 2nd and 5 for Salana. Going back to that pass, thought it was complete on that far sideline. That's a big play. Resulted in the tackle for loss and turnover on downs for this Junior Wildcat offense. Still a lot of time. 2nd and 5. Salana's going to have to run one more play here in this third quarter as the clock ticks under 30 seconds to play here on a beautiful night at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. Overton County Junior Wildcats opening their season against the Bulldogs of Salana. King under center. King hands off to his back. That's York. York gets across the 45 down to the 44. 1st down pickup for Zaxton York. And I believe that'll be the last play of the quarter as Salana is going to enter into the fourth quarter, leading the Overton County Junior Wildcats by a score of 6-0. You're watching Overton County Junior Wildcats football on the Livingston Academy Sports Network. Bring me back. Ready? Back in at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium, where Salana leads the Overton County Junior Wildcats by a score of 6-0. Of course, tonight, the home opener here, the season opener against Clay County Salana Bulldogs. Thursday, Overton County plays host to the White County Warriors of Sparta. And, of course, next Thursday, August 14th, the Junior Wildcats go on the road to the Fentress County. I believe that's the Crush up there now. I always get the Crush and the Bulldogs mixed together, but it'll be the Overton County Junior Wildcats on the road next Thursday after playing at home this Thursday. So, start of the fourth quarter here. Salana leading Overton County 6-0. Again, a 2024 matchup that saw Overton County just dominate in every facet of the game, escaping out of Salana with a 6-0 victory. And right away, Coach Maxfield going to have to call a timeout to open the quarter. So timeout Salana. We'll keep it here as we open the final frame. Keys of this night so far: first half, first quarter, Overton County never touched the football. Salana kept the football the whole quarter, kept it on the ground, never attempted to pass. Second quarter, Salana still with the football, capped off their opening drive with a 3-yard touchdown from Brogan Maxfield with 5:16 remaining in the second quarter. On the ensuing Overton County drive, their first drive of the season, a fumble by Lucas Mansell give the ball back to Salana at the 48-yard line. And then Salana couldn't move the ball really at all there. Kind of a rock fight, as I talked about earlier. Get the ball back to Overton County. They fumbled it away, half-ended. Overton County starts the third quarter with the football, made some good ground, and then couldn't get the third and fourth down conversions to keep the drive alive, and that's where we are at now. Cameron King keeps the football on the near side. Tucker Hargis and Slade Parsons on the tackle there. Gain of about 4. Jace Conklin in there as well. And make it 2nd and 6. And if you're Salana and Coach Marty Maxfield, you do not go to the air here whatsoever, and you milk this thing out. The Overton County offense hasn't scared you enough yet to make you think they can drive the field on you. So if nothing else, you keep the ball on the ground. Worst case scenario is a turnover on downs for the Bulldogs. A couple downs to get there. Defense for for Overton County has to come up with a stop right here. 2nd down and 6 at the 41-yard line for Salana. That's a flag on the play. Could be delay a game. That's what it is, delay a game, a 5-yard penalty against Salana. That could be huge now. Now 2nd and 11 rather. Ball's going to be just across, or actually right at the 47-yard line. So 2nd and around 11 for the Salana offense. They've only attempted 2 passes on the night. 1 for 2 is Cameron King with a 10-yard completion to Mason Johnson. The rest of the offense has come on the ground. Clock rolls under 7 minutes to play in this football game. Salana leading 6-0. Timeout, something to watch here maybe as this game wears longer for Salana. That play took forever to get called in. Back-to-back delay games possible. First goes to 45, and that play is stopped altogether by Mansell. And who is that in there, big fella? 67, Paxton Combs, coming up with a big stop on Zaxton York. Loss of 1 on the play makes it 3rd and 12 for Salana. The biggest defensive play of the night here for Overton County. This Overton County Junior Wildcats team has struggled on 3rd down here tonight. Big opportunity to at least make Salana think about punting the football on 4th down. You got to get the stop here on 3rd down first, and this is where Salana's really excelled, getting the ball moved, making it 3rd and 4th and manageable, and keeping the ball on the ground. King under center. Duke on the carry. Duke is destroyed by Lucas Mansell. Play right there. Lucas Mansell from his linebacker position. No gain on the play for Duke. It's going to make it 4th down and 12 for Salana. I think they're going to have to punt this football away. And that's danger time, because if you get in middle school football, when you get a punt, you never know what's going to break free, especially in these special teams games. Kick returns, punt returns, always something coaches dread. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. They're lining up to punt this thing. Cameron King, the punter. I wonder if they got a fake punt formation with King, also the quarterback, as well. Graff and Stoltz back to receive. Boy, King had to go down low to get that one. Almost fumbled that thing away. Did King. He can't touch the returner there. I'm surprised it's not a penalty, and there comes a late penalty in now. That's crazy right there. Not sure what that might be. The white hat threw the flag there, and that's usually in the area of an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. They're actually going to throw it back there. It should be fair catch interference, because you cannot touch the ball carrier once he's elected to make a fair catch. They're going to call a delay a game against Overton County. That's interesting. I wonder if it's because he called for a fair catch and then caught it and ran with it. You really can't run after you call for the fair catch. It's deceptive. So 5-yard mark off. It's going to make it now 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for Overton County. Overton County has to have something here. The way that Salana's controlled the football game on the ground, with 4:58 remaining in this football game, Overton County needs a score on this drive. It'll be Hauser under center, Mansell and Hargis in the backfield in the I formation. Hauser drops back to pass, looking, going to scramble, thought about throwing it. He does, and going to be close to an illegal forward pass right there. Incomplete, looking for Colton Watzel there in the flat, and there is a flag on the play, and that's going to be an illegal forward pass. I believe that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And, of course, the loss of down there for Overton County. Kind of a mental blunder by Hauser. You don't see that a lot from him. But it is an illegal forward pass against the Overton County Junior Wildcats. So the down will count. Loss of down. 5-yard penalty makes it 2nd and 15 at the 9-yard line. Again, we thank you for joining us on the Livingston Academy Sports Network. Subscribe, share us, like us, do whatever you can to get it out there that we'll have Overton County Junior Wildcats football and Livingston Academy football all year long here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. Handoff. Some room to run. Mansell across the 20. Mansell to the 30. They come 33-yard line, but easily the best run of the night for Lucas Mansell. You can tell right there why he's the home run threat and tailback number 1 for this Overton County Junior Wildcats offense. Gain of 24 yards on the carry. 1st down and 10, Overton County. Now to the 34-yard line. Easily the best run of the night for this Junior Wildcats team. 1st and 10. Can they do anything with the momentum? Handoff near side to Mansell. Mansell gets the edge. Mansell across the 45. Mansell, he says, I'll give you some more of that. 1st down. The 50 to the 49-yard line for Lucas Mansell. Back-to-back big plays. 17 yards there on 1st down. Gives it another 1st down and 10. Overton County at the 49-yard line. 4.5 minutes left here in this football game. And Salana wants a timeout. They want to talk about it. So we'll take it with them. 4:29 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Salana leads Overton County 6-0. Back here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium, Josh Scott Gage to my left, throwing all the graphic work on the screen on the Livingston Academy Sports Network. Good one starting to brew. 4:29 remaining in the 4th quarter. A game dominated by Salana, 6-0 on the scoreboard. But now Overton County's came alive. Back-to-back huge runs by Lucas Mansell. Handoff goes to J.C. Stoltz. J.C. stays on his feet. 1st down. Nice play, kept the legs. J.C. Stoltz, he's actually going to be a 9-yard gain. Felt like he ran 20 to get the 9. Nice play there by Stoltz. Makes it 2nd down and 1. Clay County, or Salana rather, had him wrapped up for a loss. Kind of give up on the play. And Stoltz kept the feet moving, gain of 9. And again, inside 4 minutes, Overton County now 2nd and short, right at the 40-yard line. Handoff to Stoltz again, sheds the defender. Stoltz, inside cut, goes J.C. across the 30 to the 29. Gain of 12 for J.C. Stoltz. Makes it 1st down and 10 at the 30-yard line for Overton County. All of a sudden, these running backs and offensive linemen have came to life here on this drive. The last minute and a half of clock time, just a whole new football team out in the blue and white. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Hauser under center, Hargis and Mansell in the backfield. Handoff goes to Mansell. He sheds the defender there. Overton County running backs have really kept their feet moving. He does off the near sideline, gets to the marker, and looks like from here he's got across the marker, across the 20, almost the 19. If so, that's going to be another 1st and 10. It is for the Overton County Junior Wildcats. I am just blown away. All of a sudden, the last 5 plays, Overton County has gained right at 71 yards in 5 plays. An offense that has struggled all night has roared to life in these last 5 minutes of game time. Hauser, under center, Hargis, and Mansell. The tailbacks. Handoff goes to Mansell, far side. Mansell trying to get room around the edge. He does. Gain kind of jumps out, lunges forward. Gain down to the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 4, I believe, for Lucas Mansell. Clock now to 2 minutes and 50 seconds. And something Gage and I were talking about just a second ago, only 1 timeout for Salana. Had to burn that one to open the 4th quarter. I wonder if that comes back to haunt Coach Maxfield and this Bulldogs team. There's now 2.5 minutes left in the football game. Overton County driving. Ball at the 16-yard line. Easily the best drive of the night. Toss goes to Stoltz. Stoltz looking for the edge. Stoltz cuts it back up inside. Embraces the contact. Gets it down to around the 13-yard line. Giving 3, maybe 4 for J.C. Stoltz. These Overton County running backs are really embracing that contact, trying to stick that 1 foot in the ground and get upfield quick. As now gain of around 4. Should make it a 3rd and a long 3, maybe closer to 4 yards there for Overton County. They say 4 yards at the 14-yard line. So 3rd and 4. 1:45 remaining in the football game. Chad Hauser and Colton Watzel in at the wide receivers. Snap goes to Stoltz. Stoltz cuts it inside, turning down to the 10. Going to depend on the mark. He's close to a first down. They're going to talk about it, wave it in, kill the clock. 1:35 remaining here. And it's going to be a 4th down and inches here for this Overton County Junior Wildcats football team. If they don't get this here, this game's over. Big play for Hauser and staff right here. Hauser and crew, rather. Hauser on the staff. Hauser under center. Handoff. Far side. Met. Big play. Loss on the play. Turns the ball over on downs, but there is a marker on the far side. There is a marker on the far side, so flag on the play on the far side. That's interesting to see what that might be. Could it be an offsides penalty? It's a sideline warning against Salana, and what that's going to be is the sideline came unglued. That's still going to be a turnover on downs. It's still going to be Salana football, leading 6-0. Big play by Jonathan Nagy. Man, loss of 5 on that play. Stoltz, Overton County kind of had found something on the ground. Jonathan Nagy just cleans all of that up and negates the whole drive for this Junior Wildcats team. Now needing some big stops here. You've still got time because Overton County's got 3 timeouts. You have to get 3 stops, be able to call all those timeouts, and maybe force Clay County, Salana rather, to punt this ball away with just a few seconds remaining in the football game. Handoff goes inside. Timeout's going to come for Overton County. Timeout there, or carry there rather, I believe by Maxfield. Gain of about 3, so to make it 2nd and 7. First timeout called in the second half by Overton County. If you're Coach Melton and the staff, all you're talking about is ripping at the football. Make sure you get the tackle and then go rip at the football. First guy gets him, brings him down. Next 2 or 3 guys go at the football, try to punch it out. And that's exactly, I'm sure, what they're talking about here. 1:03 to go in the football game. Salana leading 6-0. How did we get here? Pretty simple. Brogan Maxfield touchdown with 5:16 remaining in the second quarter is the only score of the night. From there, it's kind of been a back and forth, a Jekyll and Hyde type deal for both teams. Right there, you just saw Overton County's best drive of the night. Had drove it almost 90 yards down the field, all on the ground. But a turnover on downs Big play by Jonathan Nagy resulted in the turnover on downs, loss of yards on the 4th down and inches attempt for Overton County. Gave the ball right back to Salana. 1:03 remaining here in this football game. 2nd and 7. Overton County can still get the ball back, but they're going to have to get 2 back-to-back stops here and force Salana to punt. Motion man on the far side. The King's going to keep it. King's going to go top side, and he's going to be met for a loss. No, he's not. He stays on the ground, or stays on the upright as King, and I'm ripping that ball out if I'm the Overton County Junior Wildcats defenders. King scrambles for 10 yards and only picks up 1. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Timeout, Overton County. I believe that play was initially made by Jalen Laycock, and then Hudson Hauser came in to wrap him up. So they do give him a little more forward progress. It'll be 3rd down and 4. This is the biggest play of the night for the Overton County Junior Wildcats defense. You get a stop here, you get the timeout, and if you can keep it to minimal yardage or even a loss of yards, you're going to force Clay County to punt. Punting situations in middle school, you never know what happens. So you want to get to that scenario. But right now, the most important thing is not allowing the 1st down. The thing for Clay County, Salana, is I'm trying to draw this Overton County staff off sides. I'm trying to get that defensive line to jump. I've got the timeout in my back pocket. The official starts counting down the play clock. I can always burn it here on 3rd down. Big moment in this football game. It's been a really good football game. You can tell it's the kind of the opener for both teams. A lot of nerves and things to work out. 3rd down and 4. King, handoff to Duke. Duke going to get down to the 29-30 yard line, and that's going to be a 1st down, and that's going to end this football game. The time is going to be stopped to move the chains, and there's going to be a timeout on the field. It's going to be timeout Overton County. But I think it's a moot point at this point. 47.2 seconds to go here in this football game. And I believe that's the last timeout for Overton County. So it'll be 1st and 10 Salana at the 30-yard line. All they've got to do is snap this thing and protect it. And they should walk out of Tom Davis Memorial Stadium with a huge win, kind of avenging that loss last year down in Salana, where Overton County traveled down the highway, won down in Salana 44-0 at Clay County last year. 6 touchdowns in that football game for Overton County. Crazy now, fast forward a year, and only 1 touchdown here of the night. A Brogan Maxfield touchdown in the way back in the 2nd quarter, at the start of the quarter, really. 5:16 to go in the 2nd quarter. Brogan scored from 3 yards. Take a 6-0 lead, and that's where it stood the whole time. Salana in the victory formation here. Just got to snap it clean and get a knee down. They do that right there, and that should end this football game. As they ready it for play, that's exactly what's going to happen. They shouldn't have to take another snap, as I believe that should be the game right there. Salana is going to walk out of Tom Davis Memorial Stadium with a 6-0 win here at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. I don't think they've got to take the snap. They might just go ahead and take it nonetheless. Will Cameron King and his team. Salana going to come in to Tom Davis Memorial Stadium and give this Overton County Junior Wildcats football team something they haven't felt in a long time. A defeat. Your score, Salana Bulldogs 6, the Overton County Junior Wildcats 0. As we enter into a little bit of a post-game show, we wrap this thing up. We'll talk about how we got there and some key moments in this football game. Of course, I'm Josh Scott Gage to my left, working all these graphics. Young man's doing a great job being in the 7th grade. He's got this thing going on. Of course, we're trying to do some different things here on the Livingston Academy Sports Network on YouTube. We hope you subscribe, share us, like us, do whatever you can to get the word out about Overton County Junior Wildcats football and Livingston Academy football live on YouTube all season long. Tonight, the Salana Bulldogs, come come into Tom Davis Memorial Stadium on the campus of Livingston Academy and really dominate this football game up front and in the trenches. Overton County never touched the football in the first quarter as Salana kept it on the ground, wound out all 8 minutes, and entered in to the red zone to start the second quarter. From there, right at 3 minutes later in clock time, Brogan Maxfield finds the end zone from 3 yards out to give Salana a 6-0 lead with 5:16 remaining in the first half. Overton County would take their first possession of the football game and have a little momentum, but it was quickly fumbled away by Lucas Mansell, and they give the ball right back to Salana with all the momentum in the world at the 48-yard line. From there, a back-and-forth rock fight gave it down to a 4th down and 11 attempt for Salana. There, they gained 10 yards on the Cameron King to Mason Johnson connection, but it was 4th and 11, a yard short, and they gave the ball right back to Overton County. With just about 30 seconds to go, Overton County unable to do anything with the football. A pass from Hudson Hauser to J.C. Stoltz looked to be all right, have some blocking up front, but it stripped away by Jonathan Nagy to end the first half. Was able to recover that football to Nagy and end the half where Salana led 6-0 at halftime. Remember his name because we're going to come back to Mr. Jonathan Nagy. Overton County opened the second half rather. Big drive, best drive of the night at the time, but unable to do anything with it. A 3rd down and 10 pass from Hauser to Colton Watzel looked complete from my point of view, but the far side official ruled him out of bounds, and it set up 4th and 11. From there, a tackle for loss by the Salana defensive line forced a turnover on downs and gave the football back to the Bulldogs in the third quarter with 1:06 remaining. From there, Overton County stood firm, forced the Cameron King punt on 4th down to give the ball back, but it was penalties, back-to-back plays, a delay of game, and an illegal forward pass, and back-to-back plays backed Overton County up to the 9-yard line. From there, Lucas Mansell came alive. Back-to-back runs of 34 and 17 yards respectively got the Overton County Junior Wildcats in across the 50-yard line into Salana territory at the 49. From there, J.C. Stoltz took over the backfield for the Junior Wildcats and had some productive plays. J.C. with back-to-back gains of 9 and 12 yards really had this momentum train going. Overton County was able to put Mansell back in the game and get the ball down to the 10-yard line. There, on 4th and inches at the 10-yard line, it was Jonathan Nagy once again rearing his head for this Salana defense, coming up with a huge stop on a 4th and inches run to J.C. Stoltz. Nagy sprints through the gap, gets the tackle for loss, and effectively ends the football game, giving Salana a 6-0 win over Overton County at Tom Davis Memorial Stadium to open the 2025 season. More football on the way this week on the Livingston Academy Sports Network on YouTube. Again, like us, subscribe to us, share our page as we get it out there. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. On Thursday night, Overton County will host the White County Warriors here at Livingston Academy at start time of 6:30, and look to get their first win on the season, first win at home over the visiting White County Warriors. Again, we hope you've enjoyed this production of Overton County Junior Wildcats football on the Livingston Academy Sports Network over on the YouTube page at Livingston Academy Live. Like us, share us, subscribe us, do whatever you can do. Be a friend, tell a friend all about our broadcast. For Gage Cox, I'm Josh Scott saying so long from Tom Davis Memorial Stadium, where the Overton County Junior Wildcats fall tonight to the Salana Bulldogs by a score of 6-0. We hope that we've done this team justice, and we will see you again on Thursday night. Thank you so much.